Good morning, Stan. Good morning.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Fine morning it is. Beautiful here in New York, too, for a change.
Yeah, it's a nice sunny day today. At least it looks that way.
And it's nice here.
All right, let's get right into it. We're starting the seventh chapter today. It's 7b, Samach Zayin Amud Beit. And now we're going to get into the idea of, so we know that for many, there are many rules in the Torah, Shabbat included, for which a intentional violator gets the death penalty, of course, under the prescribed circumstances. But an accidental violator, or one who does it unintentionally, which is of more interest to us, is required to bring a sacrifice, a sin offering called a chatas. And of course, then there is rabbinic things which do not require a sacrifice. That's only for things that are forbidden by the Torah. Now, the question we're going to deal with is, well, what does it mean to be accidental? One, or unintentional is better, an unintentional violation. One way that could happen is if you forget. You could forget that it's Shabbat. You could forget that, you could know that it's Shabbat, but you could forget that a certain activity like cooking is forbidden on Shabbat. So that would be an unintentional violation. You're a sincere person, you want to keep Shabbat, but you forgot. A variation of that, or another situation, is if you never knew about Shabbat in the first place. So imagine someone who's Jewish, but raised in the absence of any Jewish tradition or input. Maybe he's raised by non-Jewish people. So that person may never have even heard of Shabbat, or never known that it's required of him to keep Shabbat. So that's a somewhat different category as well. So with that background, let's see what the Mishnah has to say. Klal Gadol Amru b'Shabbos. A general rule they said about Shabbos. Kol hashochech ikar Shabbos. Anybody who forgets the whole idea of Shabbos. Oh, one other thing I should say is that as we know, there are 39 categories of malacha, of forbidden activity, and within each of those categories there are variations, and those are called toladot. What's a good translation for that? Subcategories, let's say. You could be, the Mishnah's position is going to be that for each separate violation of a category of forbidden activity of Shabbat, you could be liable for a sin offering. So, for example, if I went out in the morning and plowed my field and came back in the afternoon and baked some bread, that would be two separate violations. And both of those, if they were done unintentionally, by the definition we gave before, each of those would require a sin offering. Okay, so Kol Shochech Ikar Shabbat. Anybody who forgets the whole idea that it's Shabbos, and did many categories of forbidden activity, on many different weeks. You're only responsible for one, because it's all rooted in one forgetfulness. Like you forgot that there is such a thing as Shabbos, Ikar Shabbos. You forgot the principle of Shabbos. So no matter how many times you violate Shabbos with that one forgetfulness, or that one absence of intention, absence of knowledge, that's only one violation regarding how many sacrifices you have to bring to atone for it. But if you know about Shabbos, and you do many forbidden categories of work on many different weeks, you're liable for each act, for each Shabbos that you do it. And so that applied to someone who knows that it was Shabbos, but didn't necessarily know that today is Shabbos, right? Knows that there's such a thing, but didn't know. So that's why it's one forgetfulness category. But if you know that it's Shabbos today, and you do many categories of forbidden activity, and then you do it again the next week, knowing again that it's Shabbos, then chayav al kol av malacha umalacha. Then you are liable for each category violation that you perform. What if you do many forbidden activities, but they're all subcategories of one major category, one of the 39? So that's only liable for one sin offering. So this all seems pretty logical. The Gemara will try to pick apart a little bit exactly some of the definitions here.
It took us about 5 months to get to
So first, the Gemara wants to know, why is it called like a general rule? Really a great rule. Is it because like this is the big rule and there are going to be other rules? Tana, and so Tana Kol, is that why it's called here? This is the major rule. And regarding the sabbatical year, so we have similar terminology, Kol Gadol Amar B'Shvis. So we would say the same thing there. So Tana Kol, because there's regarding the sabbatical year, it says the same thing. The rule, but there are going to be lesser rules, or but there is a counterexample regarding tithing. So where the Mishnah Klal lays out a rule, but doesn't call it a major rule. Not how they call it gadol. So like it's inconsistent. Why in one case would you use klal gadol and the other case just klal? The reason is that because regarding the sabbatical year, there are categories of rules. The Av Malacha, the major category, and the Tolda, the subcategory. So Tama Gadol. So therefore, there we refer to something as a major rule. In other words, it's kind of corresponding, basically, I guess, corresponding to the major category, or the major category of forbidden activity. So we say here's a major rule, but tithing, which doesn't have these categories, like it's either there doesn't have that concept. So then we don't use that linguistic phrase of a major rule. But the Gemara said, "Little Bar Kapara." What about Bar Kapara? The Tane Klal Gadol b'Maser, he actually did use the term Klal Gadol, a major rule. So now if everything, if all three things use the idea of a rule, my Elizabeth and my Telepsika, or no, the Gemara is asking what if that's what you say that's the reason. So according to Bar Kapara, why would he use Klal Gadol? Major category.
Shalom.
Ella Lav Hainutama. So that's why we're going to go a different way. What is the reason that the Mishnah here, in all three places, perhaps uses the idea of Klal Gadol and Gadol on Shlosh Shabbos Yoser Mishel Shvis? By saying that there's a major rule of Shabbos, it indicates that there's a major punishment for it. Like it's a really important rule, and that's judged by the fact that the punishment for it is greater than Shvis, than the sabbatical year. The Shabbos Isa
Hey,
being
Dov.
published.
Do you have any spare foreskin, like in your basement somewhere?
We're being
bummed.
We're being
Uh-huh.
hacked, so to speak.
Ein Hitler, ich bin Hitler.
Hey dog, wine stuck. Hey dog, wine stuck.
I need that foreskin. I need that foreskin. It's urgent. I need that foreskin.
in a Tesla.
Oh, I need that
Hey,
foreskin.
given
I
the
need it
Tesla.
now, urgently.
I think we're gonna have to get off
I
this
got
line.
dildos, I got
Job,
lube.
I
what
need
you
the
want,
I will
son?
email you
I
phone and
need
number in
the
a few
foreskin.
minutes.
Notice. Put my dick inside his mouth.
Yeah, I'm talking to you, big nose looking ass motherfucker. I need that
Hi,
foreskin right
Hitler.
now.
Hi, Hitler. Hi, Hitler.
to me, you little shit?
Heil Hitler.
How are you not in fucking school? Nigger.
After you then.
It's called you kiss your mother with that fucking.
Hey, Aaron, you got some of that foreskin?
Fuck this! I'm on blog
Hey, Aaron.
TV with my fucking hands up. I'm
Aaron, I'm
not
talking-
starting my
speaking to you,
fucking
Aaron.
self. You fucking stupid bitch! This stupid fucking justice, all fucking righteous fucking nigger, Alex, is doing this shit.
Hey,
you
Tab,
fucking nigger! I swear to fucking
Hey,
God,
bro,
I'm gonna
you got some spare foreskin? Like, lend a nigga some foreskin, bro. Oh, for fuck's
Nigger!
sake. Nigga, I need a foreskin right here.
Nigga. Oh, you use voice mod too? Hello, you fucking nigga. Nigga, nigga, nigga. Free Palestine.
What should we do at this point? What should we do at this point?
Well, we don't have,
What should we do? I went to my Gmail and I didn't see an email from Dove.
I would suggest going out until we get an email, either with the new Zoom number or suggesting we come back in, but without a host, there's nothing we can do.
Because what we'll do simply is have, you know.
Well, somebody should call Dove on the phone.
Yes, yes, I can.
I sent him a text.
Hello.
No, we better go back out.
Everyone leave.
This is our meeting now. Leave.
Those bombers got away the result.
Everyone leave.
Okay, what happened here?
No,
Leave.
you won't succeed. You won't succeed to have
It's our fucking meeting now.
No,
Everyone
you won't
leave.
succeed to have a stop, you know.
Leave.
Fuck you.
Don't worry, I do very well with that as well.
Leave the fucking meeting and stop laughing.
Filthy Jew. You're a filthy fucking Jew, bitch. Tell Hitler.
Have a great day. Have a great
Leave
day.
You too,
nigger.
fucking too, fucking
The nigger if you don't leave.
I'm great. Be well. Be blessed.
Fuck you,
Thank
nigger.
God.
Go fuck yourself. We made it, boys.
Victory!
Yep.
Woo!
Yeah, we took over.
Yeah, it's our fucking meeting now.
Yes, our meeting.
Oh lol, I'm the host.
Nederlands.